Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to see how much better Sharon Rogers is going to get, we have to remind ourselves how bad she is. However, the thing I want to point out here is, holy crap, I got knocked back to space. Oh, what? We're done. That was 9 seconds. Okay, sick. Okay, so here's the thing with Sharon Rogers, right? Accumulation, right? What is it? How do we harness it? Oh, I screwed that up badly. Okay, all right. We messed that rotation up. That's fine. Anyways, Sharon Rogers, accumulation, very cool. But here's the thing. Supports have gotten so much better since Sharon was in the meta. That's the one thing I want to point out. Maybe not... Oh, no shot. I just died. Fuck. Like I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted, Sharon has come a long way since the meta first sort of, you know, did its thing. And there are a lot of new supports out there. I think White Fox was still, White Fox Tier 3 came around when Sharon got this uniform. So I think that was still, that was still kicking. But surely Ironheart wasn't. And I don't know, I just feel like, listen, I know Sharon's weaknesses. I know her flaws, her downsides, whatever. But she still claps. Insanely enough, she still collapsed, and it's mainly because of her accumulation, right? Well, what the hell, brother? You can't even animate the cutscenes fast enough. It's her accumulation in addition to her insane stats, right? No shot, I got guard broken. We still finish it. Let's go! 52 seconds. So yeah, she still claps. Still claps, and I can probably do that a little faster. I probably could have done that faster if I had held the tier 3 for, for the end there. But basically, what I'm trying to say about Sharon, and what I'm stumbling over myself trying to say, is rank 10,000, not a great build. We got some missing Urus here. What do we got for the stats page? We got almost capped attack speed, and the crit rate is missing a little bit, but yeah, Sharon is still good. I think, honestly, all she needs... I don't have an artifact. I mean, I've had the artifact 4. I just keep crunching it down, right? Because it's more useful as essence. And still just a regular CTP of energy. I think what Sharon really needs is just survivability. Because her main mechanic is hit me, right? So that I can do damage. And that mechanic is really cool until you take too much damage and you can't heal it and then you die. But with all these new supports, I am genuinely interested, right? Because... we tested, well, maybe not Blue Dragon, but we tested a lot of these characters, right, with, the newer characters, with these newer supports. In Sharon's case, she never had Ironheart, bro, right? I think that the best of the time was either Ancient One or maybe Wave, but Ironheart, bro, Ironheart claps. Okay, that was not a good... The other thing, genuinely, for Sharon that needs to change is her invincibility being on her 4th skill. It's pretty annoying because you basically... Wow, she does so much damage, though. You basically have to queue up. The 4th skill before you're going to get guard broken in advance. Also, her damage is hilariously bad if she doesn't accumulate. But also, I didn't proc there, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, she clearly still has the damage. It's really just about survivability. Now, don't get me wrong. Level 80/tier 4 will probably bump up her survivability by a big chunk. But mainly it comes down to the fact that for a character that is begging to get hit, she doesn't have enough of a heal, right? She's a 15% heal, and that's it. And so it makes her really hard to play, right? Look at that. She gets chopped up, and she also gets interrupted a lot. Wow. Yeah. I didn't just realize. She gets interrupted all the time. So I know she has super armor. I know she has invincibility on her 4th skill, but she still just manages to get interrupted a lot. So I think a lot of the changes for Sharon might end up looking cosmetic or might end up not exciting players because they might see a lot of the same percentages, a lot of the same buffs on her skills. Maybe a really... I'm guessing, right? I'm speculating here. Maybe she's going to have a really lame tier 4 buff like Shadow Shell does. But ultimately, if she... I'm going to die here. Yeah, I'm dead. See? Yeah, for Sharon, it's really the survivability. And listen, I could have played smart there in the second phase. But the point I'm trying to make is the same, right? This is only stage 9, and she's getting obliterated, right, by damage-wise. My prediction is something like this. Even though we might see a lot of cosmetic buffs for Sharon, I think it's going to come down to them buffing her heal by a large margin. She needs a massive heal to keep up with all this accumulating that she needs to do. And then that's it, right? And maybe a couple of holy crap. Maybe a couple of changes kind of cosmetically to some of her skills in terms of not letting them get interrupted so easily. However, the other thing I want them to change absolutely is the fact that you can't like, look at her damage. The damage is insane, bro. You can cancel her 5th skill, right? Way earlier and still get the hits, but you can't do that to get the heal. And that's got to be one of the most triggering. Like, you have to let her pull back, and then she's going to die, you know? She's going to die. Oh, there. That's why I brought along Ancient One, right? So as far as like the most effective proc, it's to cancel the 5th skill a lot earlier. But in terms of the, like, to get her to heal, you have to wait and let it rip. And then again, 15% is just not going to cut it here. I think I'm going to die when he swings at me. Yeah, see, like, it's so annoying, bro. And listen, don't get me wrong. There are ways to play Sharon, like I've said, where you can heal her and she can do really high stages. But it's just so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. There's no one out there that's like, man, I can't wait to play Sharon and have to either, you know, run away a lot in between or switch to different characters. But, like, she has the damage, bro. Look, this is stage 30, bro. For an old-ass uniform, this is nutty. Okay, well, in that case, it's not. But yeah, I mean, there are some really exciting... I haven't talked about this at all, but there are some really exciting effects that I really hope they give Sharon. So a really good example there where I couldn't hit Ultron at all during his phase change, and actually what makes Sharon really shit for this kind of content is the fact that she doesn't have iframe ignore. Like, that's huge. Iframe ignore is a huge thing that they could give her that won't change her kit that much in terms of the gameplay, but will make her feel insanely good to play. Insanely good to play. And it will make her it can make her somewhat relevant for something like Conquest, where otherwise she's kind of just useless, or maybe used as like a prayer nuke. Like, you're hoping she pops off against a team full of combat types, just because of the accumulation, the energy attack, and the insane, you know, the type advantage thing, right? But yeah, iframe, bruh, the targeting on her tier 3 is so cringe. So yeah, lingering damage is another one, right? Especially for things like Ultron, where you can see she doesn't have any lingering damage. Like, she has really good burst, and not having lingering damage makes her proc friendly. I think they'll keep her being proc friendly, to be honest with you. But having no lingering damage means that she really struggles against Ultron, because she allows him to optimize so much. Another thing you can see that I really hope they change is how fucking slow she is. Brother in Spice, she's so slow. She is so slow, my dude. Right? So, like, in the span of a minute, we've already let him optimize twice. For any other character, that's just like instant death, right? For Sharon, if we get a couple good accumulations here, he dodged my first tier 3. Look at this. Like, it's just so annoying. Ultron is the perfect example of what's wrong, like, sort of what's wrong or what's weak about Sharon that absolutely needs to change if she's gonna feel good to play. They gotta bump up her movement speed a little bit. They hopefully give her something like iframe ignore or some kind of lingering damage. Not enough lingering damage, of course, that it interrupts her ability to be proc friendly. And again, I don't think they're gonna stop her from being proc friendly. Okay, like, they made this combo, this practice combo, and if you take a look at the practice combo for Sharon, they tell you they want to teach you sort of to cancel the 5th skill right away. Check this out. So you do 3, 5, 4. See, you don't hold the 5 and let it rip. That to me indicates that they know, because think about it. They designed this practice combo knowing that the Sharon Rogers uniform and tier 4 was in the pipeline, right? Now, I'm not saying that they put this in there as like a hint to players, but if you think about it, right, you have to hold this, and then she has to snap it back to get the heal. She does not get the heal unless you snap it back. And the fact that they didn't put that in, they're telling you to play Sharon without the heal, which is obviously the wrong, like, not the wrong way to play her. It's a good way to proc, but she's not going to survive. She's going to take too much damage, right? She doesn't have enough base HP. She doesn't have enough defense. And the 15% heal every 6.5 seconds. Oh, sorry, 10% heal. Jesus, 10% heal. They have to triple that shit. That's got to be 30%. So essentially, that's how I see Sharon Rogers. Still an absolute monster offensively and a massive DPS stick. But absolutely needs some refinement defensively, movement speed wise, and just needs a bit of a refresh with some more current meta abilities like iframe ignore in order to be truly at the top of the meta, at least for PvE. And keep in mind, when we could then compare her to Jean and Blue Dragon, they have PvP value. They have, you know, counterattacks, reflect, revive, etc. So what are they going to do to Sharon to get her to keep up? Who knows? Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.